Sidechaining is always a hot topic for debate. Should I sidechain? Should I not sidechain? Should I sidechain my 808s? Yo, you're crazy for putting a sidechain on your 808. I don't know. For me, I do both. I do what's best for the track. What sounds best? Sometimes sidechaining is just what I need. Sometimes sidechaining is too much. Sometimes I like that pumping effect because of what it's doing to the track. It gives it a vibe. And then other times it's too much. So really just experiment with it. See what you like better. Who cares what other people think? Do whatever you want. I will say the 2 times that I use sidechaining is one for the effect, like I said, and the second way is making room when I have a lot of low-end instrumentation. The example I'm going to show here is I have a kick drum, I have an 808, I have a sub bass that's an octave higher than the 808, and then I have a synth bass. So I have 4 elements here. Yeah, I guess you can get away without sidechaining any of it, but for me, to really glue all 4 of these sounds together, I think sidechaining is the best option. So here in FL Studio, here's how I go about sidechaining. First of all, route all your instruments to the mixer. Then you pull up your kick track, and then go to the Fruity Peak controller. I kind of like my settings around here, but you can experiment more. Then what I do is on my 808 track, my sub bass, and my synth bass tracks, I'll pull up a Fruity Balance, right click on the volume, click link to controller. Here where it says internal controller, you want to go to the Fruity Peak controller, and you want to go to peak, not LFO, but you want to select peak. And then for input, you want to make sure that it's inverted. Click on inverted for the mapping formula. And then here where it says remove conflicts, make sure you don't click that. You want this to not be clicked. Because if you click that, it's not going to be able to use the kick signal for the 808, sub bass, and synth bass all at the same time. You want the kick signal to affect all 3 of those sounds at the same time. And really, I'm not doing too much volume reduction. And if you want to hear exactly what the sidechain is actually doing, you can press this mute button here and it's going to mute the kick drum so you can hear the other sounds ducking. And if you look on the oscilloscope, you can see exactly what's happening. And if you think the sidechain is doing too much volume reduction, you can go back to your Fruity Peak controller and see where it says volume. You can adjust this to your liking. Okay, now for Pro Tools, first what you want to do is go to Sends and just select a bus, put the fader to 0. And then my favorite plugin for sidechaining in Pro Tools is Wave's H compressor. Definitely my favorite. You want to put the key input to the kick signal, adjust the ratio and threshold and the mix. If you have a good ratio and threshold setting that you like, but it might be a little too much, bring the mix back. That's what I love about the H comp. It has the mix knob on it, and you could just dial it in exactly how you want. To be able to see and hear exactly how much sidechaining you're doing, you can bypass the output of the kick. So now you're hearing the sidechaining without the kick drum. So here you could say, okay, maybe I'm doing too much or maybe I'm not doing enough. So here you can adjust it by hearing it this way. That sounds good right there. I'm happy with that.